I promise you, you will never doom scroll ever again after watching this video. Doom scrolling is ruining your life. You come home from school, you come home from work at the end of a long day, and you flop down on your couch or your bed or your chair, and you just sit there and lay there on your phone, doom scrolling. You call this rest, but what you're actually doing is overstimulating yourself and overwhelming yourself and causing so much anxiety and friction and stress. The procrastination is causing anxiety, which is taking you out of the present moment, which is making you not enjoy your life. Oh, hey, look, there's a cross. Cool. Anyways, doom scrolling is literally taking away your life enjoyment and throwing it in the trash can. Because you're no longer living life in the moment, you're living life in your head, in your thoughts, hypnotized by the screen. You're no longer living life in the moment as it is supposed to be. You are losing out on your entire life. We are literally wasting our lives away doom scrolling. If we had to guess, you come home from school, you come home from work, you doom scroll for about an hour or two. Even if you doom scroll for just 5 minutes, what is 5 times 365? Which, let's be real, you doom scroll more than 5 minutes a day, especially on weekends when you have nothing better to do. You wake up early Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and you just start doom scrolling. Your phone's right there, you reach for it when you get out of bed, and all of a sudden you are hypnotized by the reels, the shorts, the TikToks. That's your life now. Your life is doom scrolling. Really quickly, I want to explain my story with doom scrolling and how it ruined my life. So at one point, I think when I was like 17 or 18 years old, I was journaling down what I wanted my life to look like when I was 19, 20, 22 years old. And I talked about how I had so many good plans, and by the end of the year, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and hope I have this idea and that idea, and in 5 years' time, I'm sure it'll be doable. Except 5 years has gone by, and I have done absolutely nothing. My life looks the same then as it does now. Now, of course, that is still past tense. My life has changed a lot in the past couple of years. But 2 years ago, my life looked the same as it did 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. The thing is, when you spend your life like stuck in this hypnotic state, you are not growing. You are not growing in life. You're not improving. You're not doing anything. You're just stuck in this limbo state. You only grow in life through experiences, relationships, life events, socializing. When you doom scroll at any free time you get in life, you're not experiencing those things. You're not growing at all. If that's not a scary thing to think about, staying the same for the next 40, 50 years of your life, not growing, not improving, not feeling better about yourself, not improving your mental health, the same mental health, the same physical state, the same spirituality, the same existence, the same addictions. That's you. That's gonna be you for the rest of your life if you don't give up this habit. My biggest regret is falling into the habit of doom scrolling whenever I have free time. Because if I just spent 10 minutes a day, for those 5 years, if I just spent 10 minutes a day working on something that gives me purpose, gives me meaning, holy crap, I would be in such a better mental, physical, financial, and spiritual state right now. The sheer improvement of my life would be so drastic by now. But instead, I spent all that time doom scrolling. All under the guise of taking a rest break, enjoying myself, getting a little bit of enjoyment. But are you really enjoying it though? You're stuck in this hypnotic state, and then once you finally come out of it, like 3 hours later, you don't even know what to do with yourself. You're just stuck. You're so overstimulated and overwhelmed that you're just walking around your house, walking around your room, trying to find things to do, but you don't even know what to do because none of it seems as pleasurable or enjoyable as doom scrolling. Yet, at the same time, you don't want to go back to doom scrolling because it makes you miserable. You're not yourself when you're doom scrolling. And that's the next thing. You lose your identity when you doom scroll all the time. You forget who you are. You no longer have an identity. You're just in this hypnotic state, meaning you're no longer living life as yourself. You're just hypnotized, stuck in your head. Which we all know life is more enjoyable when you're in the present moment. But when you doom scroll all the time, you start living life on autopilot, in your head, no longer in the moments. Which means you stop enjoying the baseline existence of life. You stop enjoying nature. You stop enjoying food. You stop enjoying the smells of just everyday life. Social interactions, talking to people, connections, deep connections. You stop enjoying cooking and the chores, driving to work, driving to school. You stop enjoying these things. These things become less and less enjoyable the more overstimulating your life is. Everything becomes mundane, and you wonder why. Like you say, why is life so boring? Why is life so purposeless? Why is life so just mundane and lame? And I'm telling you, when you overcome doom scrolling, when you stop scrolling all the time, when you stop overstimulating yourself, and you just exist, and you do the good habits in life, and you grow towards a purpose, towards a goal in life, you have meaning. When you're mindful, food actually tastes better. You taste more of your food. Senses are literally heightened because you're less overstimulated. You feel things more sensitively. Your emotions are more sensitive, meaning you feel like you're more yourself. You feel like you're more of a human being. You realize doom scrolling is literally turning us into psychotic psychopaths? We're losing our emotions, we're losing our feelings, we're losing our sensitivity to life and other people. What does that do to us? Spiritually, mentally, physically, let alone our enjoyment of life. We would enjoy life so much more if we were in the moment. Think about the best social interaction you've had, the best conversation you've ever had with somebody. Were you stuck in your head the entire conversation? Were you like thinking about something completely irrelevant to the conversation? No. You were in the moment. You were engaged in the conversation. You were present. When you doom scroll all the time, you slowly lose your ability to do that. Your life becomes much less of that and more of the hypnotic state that you're living in. That becomes your life. You just become full of dopamine, which only feels good in the moment that you're doing it. But once you're done, your life becomes even worse than what it originally was. Your doom scrolling addiction becomes even worse. Your happiness levels, your contentment, your energy levels actually go down. And yet we call it rest. We consider it rest to go and doom scroll and play video games and eat junk food. That is not rest. You're not taking a self-care day. You're ruining your mental health. You're ruining your attention span. You're ruining your ability to enjoy food, taste, smells, feelings, emotions. That is not life. That is not how we're supposed to live. We shouldn't be needing these coping mechanisms to enjoy life. If we just did the things that were truly meaningful, truly purposeful, truly enjoyable, the serotonin, not the dopamine, we would actually enjoy our life so much more. If you don't actively make an effort, you will never end up actually enjoying your life. Your life will pass by 5, 10, 15 years, and you never helped anybody. You never did that goal you were supposed to reach. You never got that job. You never ended up in that career. You never ended up with that woman, with that man, that relationship. It passed you by, and you were never good enough for them, because you never improved your life, because you never became better, because you never... And again, it's not even about external things. It's not even about superficial things like getting muscle and self-improvement and being a better alpha male. Like, it's not even about that. How can somebody love you and be with you, and how can you expect to have a good like conversation with somebody and like get like into a deeper relationship with them if you're stuck in your head all the time, if all the time you're thinking about something else, if all the time you're just distracted, if all the time you're just in your head? If that's your life, how can you get married to your soulmate someday? How could you even enjoy the relationship if you do get with them? It's not as stimulating as doom scrolling, as porn, as the tasty junk food. I'm telling you, you will not enjoy a relationship as much, even though you want to, if all you do is doom scroll and watch porn. Those things are too much artificial overstimulation. But yeah, I mean, your life will never be that. Your life will never be the accomplishments, the purpose, the meaning, the deep conversations, the relationships, the life experiences. When was the last time you had a meaningful life experience that you remembered so fondly? When was the last time you had peace in life? This is the last thing I'm going to mention, but it's really, really important that you hear this. Doom scrolling feeds lust, meaning it grows the stronghold over your life, the power over your life with lust. Lust literally has more power in your life. It feeds laziness, it feeds negativity, it feeds anxiety, it feeds jealousy, it feeds hatred, polarization, eating disorders. It feeds addictions that will literally make you hate your life so much that you might just end up ending it for good. That is the course your life is headed towards if you doom scroll all the time. You are feeding all these other addictions and strongholds and mental illnesses, literally, that eventually over 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years of that getting stronger and more prevalent, all of a sudden your life is miserable. What are the long-term effects of this? We don't even know. I'm telling you, there's absolutely no way I could see myself living much longer if that was still what my life looked like. Don't forget, an object in motion stays in motion. You have to kick off this other life of self-improvement and get rid of the doom scrolling progressively over time. If you want to overcome doom scrolling and stop it and completely cut it out for your life, I'm going to make a video on actually how to overcome doom scrolling. It's going to be a really good video. Please check it out. I'll probably link it in the description once it comes out. This better life is possible for you, and you deserve it because you're special, you're unique. You're a good person deep down. These coping mechanisms, these addictions, this isn't you. And if you cut them out, your life would be so much more better. You'll have deeper connections with people who are good for you, who are like you, who are soulmates. My best advice for cutting out doom scrolling is just doing it gradually. Do it gradually, don't do cold turkey, because if you set an unrealistic goal and you accidentally give in 1 or 2 times, you're just gonna indulge again, and the habit, the addiction will come right back. Your best strategy is to slowly, gradually get rid of it. Just like you would with alcohol addiction. You don't cut anything like that cold turkey, and honestly, this is probably about as bad as drugs as it gets when it comes to addictions. Do it gradually and then replace it with habits that are meaningful. Start going to a social club, start talking to people, start doing stuff that's meaningful, work on something productive that is meaningful to you. I'm gonna go more in depth in the other video of how to actually overcome doom scrolling, because it's kind of a step-by-step thing. You're not gonna end your life. You are not gonna end your life. If you're not too much of a coward to end your life, you're still such a unique person, such a beautiful person deep down. And it's time that you tap into that true identity, that true self that you're supposed to be. If you want to join a community of people who are also trying to improve, get better, and improve their life, then consider joining my Discord link in the description below. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you all hopefully sometime soon. Goodbye.